the darkness lies your fears. And here we are back in Resident Evil. Hopefully this will be the last part, but we need to kind of deal with a semi-immortal young lady between us and the laboratory. So she's currently on our shit list. Luckily we won't be fighting her alone, seeing as she is semi-immortal. And that's also why I have the handgun in my inventory, if you were wondering. So let's load it up. And here we go. Once we go down the ladder, we'll have a scene with Barry where he needs to kind of explain himself after ditching us in the elevator. And who knows, maybe he had a really good reason for it. Not likely, but we can always kick his ass later.
Jill. You're alive. I was worried because I thought you were...
Getting old,
Start
Barry.
talking.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me!
There's Lisa. Notice the eye. And just like your average rock and roll band, she has to trash every place she goes to. Hotel management is going to be pissed. And we also have tentacles to deal with. Sublime.
No time to talk. Jill, hand me my gun.
So you have to make the call here. Keep Barry's gun or give it back to him. If you keep it, he dies instantly. If you give it to him, he has a fighting chance here. Since we're going for best ending, we have to give it to him and go 2v1 against Lisa Trevor. So I want to push this one over and hopefully pull her attention. Since she's taking her time, I'm going to hit the one over here. And we need to push this over quick before she kills Barry. About time, Barry. Jeez. So we ended up taking a lot of unneeded damage there just because Barry wouldn't shoot. But still, the important thing is we got him out alive. We will be coming to a save room shortly, and we can heal up there. By keeping him alive, he will be joining us in the Tyrant battle, so that's the plus. And we have healing items to spare, so it's not the end of the world that we took probably down to red health from that fight.
I don't believe that thing's really dead.
Hasn't appeared in a sequel yet.
Leave this place up to me and go on ahead.
Okay.
But you get the Trust Tim achievement for giving him his gun back. I don't know what you get for keeping his gun, but I can do that on the next playthrough. I don't actually think I ever kept his gun, but there's an achievement for leaving without him, so he has to die somewhere, if not here then the Tyrant battle. Now, I don't remember which one goes where, so I'm just gonna guess. Is this the eagle spot? No, it's the wolf. So if you played Resident Evil 2, you may recognize these medals. They made a reappearance in that game, but they originate in the Resident Evil 1 on the PlayStation. Am I close enough? I was close enough. And on the GameCube, this would be your cue to put in Disc 2, even though it's for like 20 minutes of gameplay. Depends on how fast you get through the lab, I guess. But there we go. Please insert Disc 2. But here's our save room, where the magic happens unlocked. So we're ditching the handgun here because it's completely obsolete now. I'll just grab a first aid spray so I don't have to deal with any mixing. I'm not going to take the canteen because I shouldn't need it, but I need the ammo disc. And that's ink ribbons on the ground. I'm not going to save because I'm comfortable enough doing Lisa's fight over if I have a nitro accident here in the lab. That zombie not being head-capped is really bad. We're gonna have to see if the body disappeared on its own, or if I need to come back with something to torch it. So, magnum ammo. Damn it. Login. John. I kinda wish I could just use the keyboard since I'd be a little bit faster. So, third floor, basement will unlock without a hitch. It's the second floor that's going to give you a little bit of an issue. So, we need to put in the password of cell, as in biological cell, not the verb sell, as in trading something. And we're done here. So that allows us to go to the second floor. We can pick up the remaining MO discs. It's going to be a pain in the ass. There's an MO disc right there on the table, which I'm going to grab on the way out. I just went in here because I saw the zombie was in an inconvenient place for that. But right here's MO disc number 3. And crud, What was the password for this one? I think it's 8462. So we can get the lab key, and I need to go get the kerosene to torch that zombie for the nitro run. Map of the lab, yeah, I don't really give a damn. I just was reaching for the door, seeing if I could reach it one screen a little bit earlier than normal. So, where's the other zombie? Okay, he's on the staircase. That's okay. It's not ideal, but it works. And I guess I can also dispose of another body since I'm going to be carrying the canteen for a moment. Change of plan. I haven't used the grenade launcher yet, and this seems as good a time as any. Plus, I may need to burn more than 2 bodies, and I don't want to have to run back here for more kerosene. So let's see if our friend is up and about yet. And we don't have to worry about the Crimson Head anymore. That's one of the nice luxuries Jill has in her game. You can always use flame rounds if you don't have a lighter handy. So here we pop in one of the MO discs. And it doesn't look like there's anything else in the room for us, so let's get out of here before he shows up. I'm going to make a small detour into this room for the shotgun shells. I don't know. Yeah, there's still shotgun shells. Never really noticed how little grenade ammo Jill gets in her game compared to, like, the shotgun, and since seeing as the grenade launcher was her exclusive weapon, I kind of imagined she'd get more ammo for it. But if you really like using the grenade launcher on the GameCube version, you can get infinite ammo for it, so then you can really abuse it and kill everything in your way. And here's the last zombie that's going to be in our way. Since he kept his head, he has to meet Mr. Grenade Launcher. Now we don't have to worry about the Crimson Heads. Fuel may explode if shaken or jarred. Come on. Refueling device, power room not working, no fuel, empty capsule. Yoink. That zombie is not going to be a problem for us. Now that I think about it, I should look to see what grenade ammo is in the save room, but I can do that later. As for over here, there is a med kit on the ground. I don't remember what all is in it. And we don't really need it at the moment. We don't have the inventory space on this trip. There's grenade ammo in this room, I believe. I think it's just flame rounds, but still. And it figures that one I don't need to head cap, but it still loses its head. So we can combine that with our grenade launcher to put all 10 rounds inside. Pop the ammo disc. And the third one is in the area we haven't accessed yet. So do I have to examine this or use it? So right here, no more running. One step at a time. That's why we had to take out all the zombies in our way so that they can't attack us or force us to defend ourselves, because you'll go kaboom. Now there is a way to actually run temporarily with this. You have to alternate running and walking to avoid triggering the explosion. I don't really want to bother with it because I want to play it safe. This is supposed to be the last video, and I'm already in the process of recording it, so I don't want to start over if I can help it. I don't remember if you trigger enemies by going the other way, but this is the way that I was comfortable with because they give you a nice long view of the hallway right there. So that guy's too far back. Even though we're walking, we're traveling at approximately the same speed as him. And with his red arm, he kind of looks like a Crimson Head already, but he's just moving way too slow. So in this room we can drop off the nitro and then we'll be done with it and we can actually start defending ourselves once again. And if you don't take care of the Chimera right here, this is where you die. Because that sucker will attack you, the nitro will go off, and game over. Capsule. And we can run again! Freedom! So more Chimera are gonna start popping in, but we don't really have to bother with them. We need to come over here for... I don't remember what all is over here other than the third ammo disc. I think you have to activate the elevator or something. Third ammo disc is right here. Should have minded your own business, Bug. So the ammo discs are done, and now we just need to go to the elevator, and then we can wrap up the playthrough. And we have power. Might be better to run around the other way. It seems like we had more space to maneuver. So they have to jump back out of the vents, which is going to give us some time to create some distance. And we're going to stop off in the save room just so I guess I could drop a save. But the main thing is just that I wanted to stock up on ammo for the final fights. So let's see what they give us on the ground. There's the box. Where's the Magnum? And at this point I don't actually need the shotgun anymore, so I can ditch that for inventory space. That way we can grab a healing item and we'll still... Oh, there's more Magnum ammo. So even though I'm saving, I'm not actually going to break the video here because we just have a little bit more to go. Ideally, it's going to be less than 10 minutes. But right here you can see how much of an ammo surplus we actually have since we went ahead and picked up some of the more inconvenient spots. Hopefully it didn't cost us too much in time though. And for the Tyrant, I'm going to use my acid rounds here, and then I'll use the Magnum on the roof. I may not even use the ordinary grenade rounds. So does Barry arrive here, or does he meet us inside of the room? Elevator is working.
Jill!
Barry,
You could have at least waited up for me, you know?
let's go.
Yeah, I don't really trust you around elevators, Barry. Hopefully you don't blame me. Shotgun shells. We don't have the inventory space. Were those there in Chris's game? I don't really remember. Captain Wesker, what are you doing here?
Wesker!
Thank you, Barry.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, don't blame Barry for everything. I hear that his better half and 2 lovely daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
Well, you shouldn't worry too much, dear. You'll be free of all this anyway.
Why eliminate stars?
Believe it or not, that's Umbrella's intention.
You're just a slave of Umbrella.
Smart
enough.
girl. But I think you misunderstand me. The things you mention are nothing. I'll burn all of them along with this entire laboratory.
Should have suspected the guy who wears sunglasses at night.
Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry.
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of Umbrella.
You and Umbrella took his family. You bastard. Oh!
Umbrella? Well, I used some carrots and sticks to cow him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used Barry for my personal interests. Though both you and Barry seem to think I was following Umbrella's orders.
What? What are you planning?
I guess it's time for show and tell.
Still don't really understand the whole exposed heart thing. That kind of seems like a glaring flaw.
It's magnificent.
For the sake of this thing.
You know, I hate goodbyes.
He's back.
Barry!
Forgive me.
No, you're not to blame. It's Umbrella and Wesker.
Even if it meant my family, I couldn't bear turning my back on my friends again. Shit!
And now it's Tyrant time.
Damn it!
Shoot him, Barry.
Jill and Barry, together. In hell.
Well, at least it's tropical weather. You can wear Hawaiian shirts and shorts.
You want a piece of me?
What? Premature.
I'm sure that happens to lots of guys, Wesker. It's just I don't know any. And for some reason, Barry tried to melee him with a gun, right?
Barry! You
That's right, we'll be
viral
fighting this
culture
without
freak.
Barry. No Barry to be found.
Barry! Barry! You're okay.
Jill, sorry. That was careless of me. Wesker.
He's gone.
First, let's just get out of here.
So, a couple things I couldn't talk about there. The first of which is that I remember where the exit panel thing was because I had to wander around this room as Chris. And the second thing is I didn't know I'd take down the Tyrant in only 4 acid rounds. So I'm going to try the remaining acid rounds on the roof before I switch over to Magnum. Or I could just stick to grenade, your standard explosive round.
Wesker must have set it off. Let's hurry.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Okay, now that we're back in control of Jill, we need to go rescue Chris. That takes us this way. I don't know if there's anything in the remainder of the lab if you explore, like if something appears that normally isn't there. I know in the original Resident Evil game you could find Wesker's headless body, but they changed that so that he didn't get decapitated since they wanted him in future games. And yes, there are Chimera in the room according to that screech.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate.
So, right here we just have to pull the levers. Alright. Do I have to pull them one by one, or... Seriously?
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must
Kinda wish they just gave you a pull all option or something if you have all 3 working.
evacuate all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate.
But if you have the ammo disc, you can open this door. It's the other door you can't open until the whole self-destruct thing goes, because then all the doors are unlocked. So down here we'll run into our old buddy, Chris.
Self-destruct system has been activated.
And there's going to be something in his room, I don't know if it's shotgun shells or what. I'm going to find out what it is in the video, but I'm not promising I'm going to pick it up.
Self-destruct system has been activated.
Sorry about the
Jill.
wait unlocked.
Chris, you're okay.
Glad to see you are too.
Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Anything on Wesker?
We'll talk later. First, let's get going.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing
Shotgun
all
shells. We're not taking those. But all in all, I'm getting kind of curious in how many different types of grenade rounds Jill, cumulatively, got in the original Resident Evil, because I thought the grenade launcher had more ammo than this. It's still way more than we need to actually clear the game, though, so can't really complain. Just makes me glad in the other Resident Evil games, particularly 2, they made the grenade launcher the unique
Come
item
on,
for
let's go.
Claire. Since in 0 you get to choose between Billy and Rebecca on who's going to wield it. usually you want one using one, the other using the other.
Deactivating and releasing all locks. Self-destruct.
Now, since I didn't kill the zombies, they're still going to be up here. At least they should be. I may want to switch over to flame rounds or just generic explosive rounds to pick them off. That's Jill's shadow.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating. The self-destruct system has been activated. All
And I'll switch the ammo types later on once I get back to the elevator.
deactivating.
Well, once I get to the elevator, since we're going a different route out.
The self-destruct system has been
So that's the final save point.
All personnel
If you want to save before your final battle with the Tyrant, that's your
Come on,
chance.
come on, hurry!
all locks.
I'm not going to run past the door this time like I did in Chris's game.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately.
Don't need the shit.
Deactivating.
What's with all the shotgun shells?
I'm running out of fuel. If there's anyone alive, contact me now or just give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
So, which way is out? Since they're coming from that way, I'm assuming this is the way out.
System has been activated.
You do need a free inventory space here to pick up the fuse for the elevator, so there is that requirement. If you're wondering why I'm traveling around with an open inventory space even though the game is ending, that's why. And that wasn't shining, so I kind of ran past it.
Destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate.
Of course, that spot is going to be used for the flare as well as the rocket launcher to actually kill the Tyrant. So let's swap this over, pop that in, and elevator
3
online.
minutes to detonation.
We now have the 3-minute timer, and we're approaching the 40-minute mark on the video.
Damn it! We're almost there! Jill, you just get in contact with Brad.
No!
We can make it. Jill, ladies first.
Chris!
Would you let me have my moments too?
All
Yeah,
right.
since he was kind of
We're
sitting
running
on his
with the
ass all
helicopter.
game, he has to do something sometime. Freaking slacker. Three-minute timer has started, but we should only need one. Assuming the elevator doesn't get stuck or takes forever. So, let's see. Took about 9 seconds for the elevator. Here's the signal flare we need. And I don't know if you can use it right there if you have to move over here, but it doesn't matter. But in a matter of minutes, we'll know whether or not I made it within the 3-hour time limit to unlock the stuff for Jill's game.
Jill!
You made it!
Chris and Barry. Well, after a hit like that, I guess the only way Chris could recover is from steroids. You just have to wait until Resident Evil 5 to see their effect. Now that gun can't get jammed, he just needs to reload it. here's our rocket
Jill,
launcher.
use it! Kill it, whatever it is!
So I'm not sure what the better weapon is to fight him, the Magnum or the acid rounds. But still, we dodged his pull, so we don't have to wait for Barry to try to rescue us or break out of it. I don't know if you can use a defense item or not. I'm going to use the first aid spray just so he doesn't kill me while I'm trying to aim this thing. Is he dead? Or did he block? He's dead. Alpha Team's Finest unlocked. I'm a member of STARS unlocked. So beating the game as Jill and then beating it while saving both Chris and Barry for the best ending. And I don't remember, do they actually show Brad flying the helicopter, or... let's face it, the mansion was a slum. It had that coming. So you're still going to get the same little animation between them where Jill rests her head on Chris's shoulder regardless of if you're playing Chris or Jill, as long as both of them get out. The thing that changes is Barry is over here with Brad right there in the background. You can't see any distinguishing features about him. But otherwise, if you remember, Rebecca just curls up and goes to sleep. And that's our ending. So, did we make it in time? That is the question.
Jill, you did a fine job.
No. We're in this together unlocked. Okay, I went back and redid the final segment from the last
Jill,
save point,
you
cutting
did a
out the
fine job.
cutscenes, and I got down to 255. So that enables real survival, everything else. We get the new costume. We have the rocket launcher. And the samurai edge. So, to shave off the 6 or so minutes, all I had to do was just load from the lab lounge file you see at the bottom there. Just skip the scenes, and just a testament to the fact that the scenes do count towards your total, so they could make or break you. Anyway, that's it for the Jill playthrough. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.